Thank you for joining us for this look at the best original reporting from KPBS News this week. I'm John Carroll. Coming up, Twitter, or X as it's called now, isn't what it used to be. That's according to local scientists who say changes to the platform have dampened their online community. Migrant women in Tijuana say their shelter was targeted by Mexican National Guard troops. See what was recorded by surveillance cameras. And one less place to play. Residents in Chula Vista tell us the impact of closing a neighborhood park. We're going to start in North County and the lack of options for people experiencing homelessness. Tanya Thorne tells us how the city of Oceanside is trying to find a safe parking site for those whose only shelter is their car.
Every week, Sunny Soto spends her mornings serving breakfast to homeless and vulnerable individuals. She's been doing this for the past 8 years. And in 2021, she started a petition calling for safe lots for RVs in Oceanside.
We need to take action and hit with more solutions because we have the resources to do it. You know, Measure X money.
Measure X was the half-cent sales tax increase Oceanside residents passed in 2018. All revenue from the increase was intended for public safety and city services, including help for homeless people.
We could have used that money to implement a safe lot back then and would have saved lives, you know?
Lives like Tiffany's and Joanna's. They are both living in their cars.
It's just hard being out here on the streets in a car. I thought it was going to be a lot easier, but it's really just constantly being harassed. Oh, we're going to take your car from you. We're going to take your car. We're going to take your car.
I'm terrified of the police because of the things that police have done to me. So I stay in my car just to stay away from the police and stay out of trouble because I'm trying to get in and find a place and get off the streets.
Both agreed that their cars provide a safety net, but at night, the challenge is finding a place to legally and safely park. That is why the Oceanside City Council discussed the possibility of a safe parking site at Wednesday's meeting.
With service providers who are well trained in the industry, they have a really strong track record with programs like this of getting folks into more permanent housing and really preventing a spiral which is detrimental to all.
This could be the third safe parking site in North County. Jewish Family Services runs the sites in Encinitas and Vista. Sites that Joanna and Tiffany have heard of before, but fear they don't qualify.
They have safe parking there, which is pretty awesome, but I guess you got to get approved or whatever, I don't know.
Oceanside staff will begin to identify sites and a provider to run the safe parking site. A plan that Joanna says can't come soon enough.
What do we have to be? What is it that we have to do to get help? I mean, we're not doing anything illegal. We're trying to do everything legally, staying out of trouble. I don't know what it is. They just don't help us.
A plan is expected to be presented to council in January. Tanya Thorne, KPBS News.
Homelessness is one of the reasons a community park in Chula Vista is off limits as the city decides whether to close it for good. South Bay reporter Corey Suzuki talked to neighbors who are unhappy with that move.
A group of kids race back and forth at a fork in the road. It's early in the afternoon. The street vibrates with the rush of the nearby freeway, cheers, and the twang of a soccer ball. And then a crash. Several players let out gasps.
He kicked the ball in the plant.
The occasional flying soccer ball has become pretty common here at Brentwood, a mobile home park in southwest Chula Vista. Dozens of young families live here. The narrow roads are lined with colorful plastic play sets and bright yellow signs that warn cars to drive slow. Ana Ramirez is a parent of one of the soccer players, and she says all the kids running around has been causing a lot of frustration.
The neighbors complain because they can break a window, they can destroy their plants, and yeah, they can, but because they're kids, they don't want to be inside and indoors just in the TV.
But right now, kids in Brentwood don't have anywhere else to go. That's because Harborside Park, the only park nearby, is shut down. The city first opened Harborside Park in 2006. It was a sprawling green place with benches, basketball courts, and a wide grass field. Residents of West Chula Vista, and of Brentwood in particular, were really excited. It was the first new park on the west side in over 20 years. Ramirez remembers taking her 3 kids over to Harborside every Saturday.
The swings, all the playground, but also my oldest kid loves soccer and basketball. So to have there where they can play soccer and they can play basketball, or just to relax, or just if a little party reunion with her friends and family, there. It was a perfect spot.
And it's more than just having a place to run around. Elva Arredondo is a professor of behavioral psychology at San Diego State University.
People who live closer to parks are more likely to be healthier and be more physically active. So there's a very strong link there.
For residents of Brentwood, this new park was one of few green spaces nearby, and it meant a lot that it was just a couple blocks away. In recent years, though, unhoused residents with few places to go in the South Bay started moving into the park. After a long debate, the city council decided to close Harborside temporarily and kick everyone out. At first, many Brentwood residents were relieved. A lot of them had kids who went to the elementary school next door, and some said the encampment had created an unsafe environment. But months went by, then a year. The park stayed closed. And then, this past May, the city council made a surprise announcement. They said they were looking at leasing or selling the land that Harborside was on for housing, maybe permanently closing the park. For Ana Ramirez and her neighbors, it was a shock.
Angry, it's the word probably, because the city let us don't hear us. We want the park to be reopened. We want space for our kids to play, and it's been waiting and waiting.
Now, some Chula Vista residents are lobbying for the park to be reopened. Kevin Valdez is 12 years old and lives in Brentwood.
I would like to see the park reopen so we would have more space and more places to go play, and other kids can come and hang around and everything.
Nothing has been decided for sure, but Brentwood residents hope city leaders will think carefully about this decision, about what exactly it would mean for the west side to lose Harborside Park. Corey Suzuki, KPBS News.
Mexican National Guard troops were recently caught on camera trying to illegally raid a migrant shelter. Border reporter Gustavo Solis says it's an example of increased aggression migrants are now dealing with.
Video from the Borderline Crisis Center's security cameras shows uniformed soldiers armed with long rifles trying to force their way inside the shelter. This happened around midnight on October 11th.
They were demanding the female residents, it's women and children here, to open up the shelter gate and let them in. They were accusing them of hiding undocumented persons and helping people to cross the border through an irregular means, which is not correct.
Nicole Ramos is a director with Al Otro Lado, a nonprofit that organizes legal workshops at the shelter. She says this shelter is home to some of the most vulnerable migrant populations, including Black and lesbian women and single mothers with young children. Many of them have already faced harassment by local law enforcement in Tijuana.
Women have to protect women in this city because the authorities do not protect us. In many cases, the authorities are the ones that are against us or actively trying to harm us.
Judith Cabrera is co-director of the Borderline Crisis Center. She says many of the soldiers wore masks and refused to identify themselves. They had no search warrants. She says this raid violates Mexican law.
They're not allowed to have to do migratory checkpoints in places where humanitarian aid is being provided. It goes against the right of the migrant community to receive humanitarian aid, and it goes against our right to provide it.
Cabrera is calling this raid on a migrant shelter an escalation of the Mexican government's migration enforcement. The United States government has long pressured Mexico to stop migrants from getting to the U.S. border, all the way back to the Obama administration. And the Trump and Biden administrations have taken the same approach.
We have to stop seeing immigrants as criminals. They are not. They are mostly very vulnerable people fleeing for their lives, trying to survive, protecting their children.
The Mexican National Guard did not respond to questions about their involvement in the raid. Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.
Colleges statewide spent the week connecting with their undocumented students. KPBS education reporter M.G. Perez shows us some of the work they're putting in to reach their goals in the U.S.
On the second floor of the San Diego College of Continuing Education, Cesar Chavez campus, there is room 212, home of the Immigration Support Program, better known simply as the ISP.
I just want to let you know that this is a safe place.
Victor Gonzalez is the ISP counselor working with immigrants who are here from a variety of countries, most of them from Latin America, many of them undocumented.
Being undocumented, it's very difficult, right? So you share that info to people that you trust, to your family. ISP is a family.
Gonzalez himself is an undocumented indigenous Mexican national, brought to the United States by his parents when he was 11 years old. By 17, they were deported and he was left here alone to take care of himself.
So you're thinking about going back to college. You already have your degree from your country, right?
Alone, Gonzalez fought for an education that started at Mesa College and took him to San Diego State, where he got a bachelor's degree in social work, then a master's degree in counseling. He also married and has 2 children he adores.
I still have those fears. Even though I'm protective, I have a work permit, but society still sees me as an undocumented student.
His success story is part of what he now shares with others like him, who are here at the ISP for resources and an education. This is the designated Undocumented Student Action Week.
Being here as undocumented was not a decision that I made. Circumstances such as my wife in 2020, specifically in the middle of COVID, she got a car accident.
Joel Coronado and his wife Lizbeth and their son arrived in the U.S. in 2018 with visas, but her car accident led to a brain illness that required thousands of dollars to cover.
It was so expensive, so we had to take, the medical, the relief in this case. And, when you take that, automatically, you don't have any more visa.
Coronado got his associate's degree from City College, but now waits in an educational limbo and hopes to return for a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. The recognition of undocumented students is happening on campuses across California this week, and there are an estimated 100,000 of them, all in search of an education with hope for a better future. Each one of these students has a story. Victor Gonzalez wants to make sure he can guide them to the best success story possible. MG Perez, KPBS News.
KPBS is working on a special online celebration for the upcoming Dia de los Muertos, and we're inviting the community to take part. We're hosting a digital ofrenda, or altar, where you can celebrate a loved one who has passed away. Share photos and memories through our website at kpbs.org/Day of the Dead. But first, Halloween season is here. Alexander Nguyen recently visited the spooky transformation of the Del Mar Fairgrounds.
In the still quiet of the night at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, punctuated only by the occasional passing train. Then, suddenly, a blood-curdling scream tears through the crisp autumn air, followed by a chilling laugh. The fairgrounds has turned into the scaregrounds.
Hi, people. It was definitely it messes with your nerves.
It was Kayla Mitchell's first time at the Scream Zone, a haunted attraction at the fairgrounds.
The girl screaming, that was really scary. She did a good job. I hope you guys are paying her well, because her scream was amazing. It scared the out of me. I'm sorry.
And that's the point, scaring people.
It's Friday the 13th. We're here to celebrate Halloween.
The Scream Zone is actually 3 attractions, the trifecta of terror. There's the stars of the Silver Screams, Labyrinth Manor, and the Haunted Hayride. Dylan DeFada is the regional manager at the Scream Zone. He says the hayride is the crowd favorite. Guests are pulled down the jockey roads, typically used for horse racing and to house the horses and jockeys.
So it already is kind of creepy and eerie, and then we fill it with different scenes, anything from a clown carnival to a Hillbilly set with voodoo swamps.
It'd go nicely in my collection.
The thrill of the haunted attraction is not just for guests, but also for the actors portraying ghouls, goblins, and monsters.
There's something fun about playing a character that you don't get to be in your typical everyday life.
This is Anthony Tucker's second time as a character. He portrays Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre horror series.
New this year is the Midway Madness, where you can grab a beer and throw an axe.
It sounds dangerous, but the crews are trained not to let drunk people participate. The Midway Madness is a Halloween-themed carnival where you can test your zombie survival skills with archery or swing an axe at killer clowns. But the main attractions is the scares. Tucker does take it easy on small children.
We step back and make sure that they have a good time. We don't want to push anybody a little too far.
But teenagers and adults, that's a different story.
Are you scared easily?
Well, I didn't think I was until today, so.
In Del Mar, Alexander Nguyen, KPBS News.
We have new additions this week to our ongoing series on public art. Beth Accomando will show us graffiti artists, or how rather, they're creating an immersive arcade game facility. First, Katie Hyson peels back the layers of one South Park mural.
A 3-story Burmese monk towers over Ivy Street. There's no signature on the mural, but the red hues and thick black lines are reminiscent of Obama's Hope poster and the Obey giant sticker, a clue that it was painted by famous street artist Shepard Fairey. He painted it in 2010 and said it was a better experience than the police harassment he received when he lived here in the late 90s and early 2000s.
He was literally almost on probation for putting up stickers.
That's Museum of Contemporary Art San Diego Senior Director Jenna Jacobs. She says the monk is one of the only remaining murals from a 2010 exhibition on art and urban landscape. She says it helped pave a way for street artists to be seen as legitimate.
In the decades plus that it's been since that show happened, a lot has happened commercially and in pop, kind of language, vernacular, to have artists that previously would never have shown in a museum space. Many of them you do see at galleries now, famous galleries.
Street art opens up an often elitist, costly world. It gives marginalized artists a way to show their work and art viewers a way to see it for free. Like the protests of Burmese monks against the military dictatorship of Myanmar, Fairey saw street art as nonviolent protest, a way to cause people to question the systems under which they live. Katie Hyson, KPBS News.
Back in 1991.
As soon as I hear spray paint or aerosol, it's like, no, we don't want any of that vandalism over here. And they don't take the time to look. Someone will say, who do you paint for? We paint for ourselves and the riders. We'd like to say we paint for public, for people to see, for other people to appreciate it.
But it's taken a long time for graffiti to gain that appreciation.
The beauty of graffiti is it came from not asking for permission. We would just go out and paint wherever we can, whether it was trains or walls, abandoned buildings. We'd go under bridges and find our walls and paint them.
I feel that graffiti is actually the original public art. It's in your face, it's in the public. I mean, a lot of times it is illegal, but if you know what you're looking at, a lot of times you can find the value of the craft of graffiti writers and what they do.
Back then, it was like, you got to know someone. Oh, my cousin does graffiti, or this friend of his, I heard he does graffiti. And it was so secretive, because you don't go around saying like, yeah, I do graffiti. It was like a secret society,
There was this whole mentorship aspect of writing graffiti. And then they would teach you things, and they would show you how to blend with a spray can or what types of caps to use.
With a spray can, you can go straight, right? You can go fuzzy. You can get really thin, right? You can angle and get like a angling effect, a shading effect. It's honestly the only type of medium where you can accomplish so many different types of things.
Now, you can Google graffiti and find how-to videos. But that accessibility also means graffiti has become more widely accepted.
It's nice because we've been practicing our craft and using the spray can for 2 decades now. And now I feel like we're at the level where we can paint almost anything with the spray cans.
Including murals for businesses.
And here at Arcade Monsters, it's really fun because we have the opportunity to paint a lot of fun cartoons and video game characters that we grew up on.
Arcade Monsters is a growing company poised to add a new San Diego venue to its existing 5 locations in Florida.
The way that people walk in, and it's all about their reactions. They walk in, and that first initial walk in, and you just see the look on their face, and you can't beat it. You know we're doing something right, and that's what sets us apart. We're an art gallery.
With art covering every nook and cranny.
We're curving around walls, there's doors, so it's not just a big flat wall. So I think that's the challenge, is like fitting what we're trying to show or portray in the small areas and spaces, just to fill every wall in here. As you notice, you walk around, there's art on every wall, so we don't discriminate walls. We're like, it's a small wall, we'll fit something cool there.
So basically here what we're doing is we're taking pop art characters, comic book characters, anime characters, anything that has some type of fandom, basically painting them in like these impossible scenarios where you have like behind me Simpsons versus Rick and Morty. And that would only happen in a place like Arcade Monsters, basically.
In everything that we do, we use fluorescent paint, which glows in the dark, so there's black light, invisible light, and now it glows, you know? It's eye candy.
Yet graffiti is still fighting an image battle.
It is an art form. It's a language that a lot of people don't understand. There's geometry in it, there's flow and movement, but people, sometimes they'll see graffiti and they're like, I don't know what it says, so I don't like it, or something. But if you just look at it for the colors, the abstract shapes, the movement, like you can appreciate it. And I feel like it's an art form that's underappreciated.
You'll be able to appreciate it when Arcade Monsters unveils its immersive new venue in East Village, hopefully in time for Thanksgiving. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.
To see more in the series, go to kpbs.org/publicart. For years, Twitter was a place for all sorts of communities to connect online, but a lot has changed since billionaire Elon Musk bought the company, including its name. SciTech reporter Thomas Fudge caught up with scientists who say it may no longer be the place for them.
There have been a lot of changes at Twitter. In fact, you're not even supposed to call it that. It's been renamed and rebranded as X, the name favored by Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla and the world's richest man. Despite the changes, it's still widely used and valued by scientists, but they are seeing a lot less of what they used to like.
What I like is the latest and greatest academic, vigorous discussions, links to new things, education. I'm seeing less of that.
Aaron Goodman is a cancer physician and researcher at UC San Diego who says he's seeing a lot more of what he calls BS on his platform feed, polarizing content and stuff that looks like it came from bots.
I don't have strong opinions on Elon Musk. My opinion is Twitter is worse since Elon Musk took over. My user experience is worse.
He's not alone. Miguel Reyna Campos is a postdoctoral fellow and an immunologist also at UCSD. He says the platform used to be democratic and accessible, but things have changed after Musk began letting people pay to promote their content and to receive the blue check, formerly a Twitter guarantee that a content source was legitimate.
So when you change that core underlying rule of the system, then everything gets starts shifting again to a point where now you were not seeing things that you were interested in, you're seeing things that people have paid for.
In another controversial move, Musk allowed Donald Trump back on the platform. Trump had been banned after the January 6th Capitol insurrection. Earlier this year, National Public Radio and KPBS stopped posting on Twitter after Musk called NPR state-affiliated media. X did not respond to a request for comment.
When he took over...
Rebecca Nee is a journalism professor at San Diego State. She says Musk's political views tend toward conspiracy theories, and his content preferences were clear when he began laying off staff.
He fired a lot of people, and a lot of those people had been working on the content moderation issues of trying to take down disinformation and shut down trolls and bot accounts. And all of that went out the window.
Nee says in its glory days, Twitter was a forum scientists could use to get out from behind the walls of their peer-reviewed journals. And they still do that, but faith in the platform has diminished. The best evidence of the departure of scientists from X came in an article in the journal Nature this August. Their survey showed about 7% left the site altogether, and nearly half of those polled recently joined competitors like Blue Sky and Threads. Yuri Manor is a San Diego cell biologist at UC San Diego. He says he doesn't discount the criticisms of the platform, and he agrees with some, but he has a caveat.
Somehow people seem to think that these other sites are going to be better because maybe they're not run by Elon or by Mark Zuckerberg. And I'm very skeptical. I'm very skeptical that it's their fault that these places can suck sometimes.
Biologist Reina Campos is dismayed by the new management and their apparent tweaks to the algorithms, but he's still using it.
I haven't found anything as good as Twitter yet.
That's a link to the paper. Someone could read the paper and clearly see my opinion, and then, let's see if there's engagement. Thank God
Aaron Goodman shows me his X feed with its posted studies and comments. Like Goodman, virtually all of the scientists I spoke to for this story are still using X, though they agree it's not what it used to be. If the cost to scientists is a degraded social media platform, the cost to Elon Musk was also considerable. He bought Twitter in 2022 for $44 billion. He admitted in a post last month that it's now worth considerably less. Thomas Fudge, KPBS News.
That's an example of the feature reporting done by KPBS News, and it's just some of the content you'll find posted daily on our YouTube page. It's also where you can live stream KPBS Evening Edition, weeknights at 5. We hope you enjoyed this look at KPBS News this week. I'm John Carroll. Thank you for joining us.